With profound humble gratitude and love to all venerated enlightened masters, we bow to the Almighty in soulful gratefulness for gifting us with their holy blessed presence. May all beings be awakened by their divine grace.
Part 4 of 4.
Etc.
Be vegan. Make peace. Do good deeds. Heaven Godspeed.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule.
برنامه‌های ما شامل زبان‌های بسیاری است. از این وبسایت دیدن فرمایید suprememastertv.com/schedule.
The vegan lifestyle as necessary to actually save humanity and the planet. Human survival is at stake due to climate change and environmental damages. To grasp this urgency, we can pick any region of the globe, like, for instance, the Middle East, to see how the climate change has affected our people, our world, our animal people, and our environment.
Please stay with us to enjoy this illuminating congress.
Supreme Master Chunhai's lectures are not a complete meditation instruction. Please do not try alone. For free of charge guidance, please visit godsdirectcontact.org or contact any of our centers near you.
Vegan side effect? Don't remember when was the last time feeling guilty.
Today's program will be presented in English and Spanish with subtitles in Arabic, Aulacese, also known as Vietnamese, Bulgarian, Chinese, Czech, English, French, German, Hindi, Hungarian, Indonesian, Japanese, Korean, Malay, Mongolian, Persian, Polish, Portuguese, Punjabi, Russian, Spanish, Telugu, Thai, and Ukrainian or Uranian. Bienvenidos, generosos espectadores. Soy Valeria. El encantador pueblo navarro les agradece su esfuerzo solidario por mejorar su entorno, especialmente a través de la adopción de la dieta vegana compasiva, que da más esperanza y alegría a todos los habitantes de la Tierra. La Comunidad Foral de Navarra es una comunidad autónoma del norte de España, fronteriza con Francia, con las montañas de los Pirineos al norte y las fértiles llanuras del valle del río Ebro al sur. La zona estuvo habitada originalmente por los vascones, que son antepasados del pueblo vasco, antes del Imperio Romano, y fue gobernada por el antiguo Reino de Navarra del siglo IX al siglo XIII. Desde la época romana, Navarra ha sido proveedora de alimento de la región, con cultivos de trigo, olivo y hortalizas a gran escala. Hoy en día, la cocina local es aclamada por el uso de verduras frescas, como espárragos, champiñones y alcachofas. Navarra es un lugar importante en el peregrinaje del Camino de Santiago, con muchos lugares sagrados, entre ellos la Real Colegiata de Santa María de Roncesvalles, la Iglesia de Santa María de Eunate en Muruzábal y la Catedral de Santa María en Pamplona, la capital de Navarra. Aún hoy en día, miles de personas realizan esta peregrinación cada año como medio de expiación de sus pecados y como retiro espiritual. Actualmente, Navarra es líder a nivel nacional y mundial en el uso de energías renovables, pues más de la mitad de su electricidad se produce a partir de fuentes renovables, principalmente de energía eólica. En diciembre del 2010, el primer Congreso Vegetariano de Oriente Medio se celebró en el Centro Internacional de Exposiciones de Dubái, con el público invitado a participar en una exploración interactiva del estilo de vida basado en plantas. Organizado por el Grupo VEG de Oriente Medio, o MEVEG, apoyado por la Exposición de Productos Naturales y Orgánicos de Oriente Medio del 2010 y avalado por la Autoridad de Salud de Dubái de los Emiratos Árabes Unidos, el evento proporcionó 2 días de seminarios, talleres y transmisiones en vídeo con expertos de todo el mundo, junto con cocina vegetal rejuvenecedora. Además, la maestra suprema Chin Hai, vegana, fue especialmente invitada a hablar a través de un enlace de vídeo en directo sobre ser vegano, una elección alimentaria sostenible desde el punto de vista ambiental, seguido por una sesión de preguntas y respuestas con los asistentes y el lanzamiento de la edición árabe del libro éxito internacional de ventas Las aves de mi vida, que ya estaba agotado antes de su presentación. Las aves de mi vida fue impreso por United Printing and Publishing, una subsidiaria de Abu Dhabi Media Company o ADMC, propiedad del gobierno de Abu Dhabi.
MEVEG, go green to save the planet. Yo!
Ahora los invitamos a acompañarnos en la parte 37 de la conferencia titulada El primer Congreso Vegetariano de Oriente Medio, o MEVEG, celebrado en la ciudad de Dubái, en los Emiratos Árabes Unidos, el 7 de diciembre del 2010. Con la maestra suprema Chin Hai, vegana, hablando de cómo podemos salvar a nuestro planeta y a nosotros mismos siendo veganos.
I will forever love you. To all the world, to all the lovers.
We would like to convey through a video a glimpse of her unconditional compassion and love that Supreme Master shares with all those who come in contact with her. So let's watch the video.
Supreme Master Ching Hai is a world-renowned spiritual teacher, artist, and humanitarian whose loving assistance extends across cultures. Born in central Olac or Vietnam, Supreme Master Ching Hai studied in Europe and worked there for the Red Cross. She soon realized that suffering exists in all corners of the globe, and her yearning to find a remedy became the foremost goal in her life. She then embarked on a journey in search of spiritual enlightenment. Eventually, in the Himalayas in India, she received from a true master the divine transmission of the inner light and sound, which she later called the Kuan Yin method. After a period of diligent practice, she attained the great enlightenment.
Soon after her return from the Himalayas, at the earnest request of those around her, Supreme Master Ching Hai shared the Kuan Yin method with others, encouraging them to look within to find their own divine greatness. Before long, invitations arrived from the Americas, Europe, Asia, Australia and Africa for Supreme Master Ching Hai to give lectures.
Supreme Master Ching Hai's compassionate heart has also been reflected in her meticulous care for the less fortunate in different circumstances. The funding generated from her artistic creations has enabled the support of her mission of comforting God's children in times of need.
More recently, Supreme Master Ching Hai has authored books that have become #1 international bestsellers, namely The Birds in My Life, The Dogs in My Life, and The Noble Wilds. These volumes, now translated in several languages, reveal many insights into the deep emotions and thoughts of our treasured animal co-inhabitants, highlighting their gracious spirit and unconditional love.
Wishing to acknowledge others for their actions and influence toward developments of goodness in the world, Supreme Master Ching Hai founded the Shining World Leadership Award in March 2006. Since then, she has also established other awards, such as Shining World Compassion Award, Shining World Hero and Heroine Award, Shining World Honesty Award, Shining World Protection Award, Shining World Intelligence Award, and Shining World Inventor Award. This honor is presented to individuals, nations, and organizations, such as the second President of the Republic of Slovenia, Dr. Janez Drnovšek, renowned British primatologist Dr. Jane Goodall, and U.S.-based nonprofit Save the Children, whose exemplary works have significantly contributed to the harmony, beauty, and sustainability of our Earth.
Supreme Master Ching Hai has given much to our world, both spiritually and materially. Although she does not seek acknowledgement, in recognition of her selfless contribution, government representatives and private organizations worldwide have presented Supreme Master Ching Hai with prestigious awards on numerous occasions. Among these were the Goosey Peace Prize 2006, First Place Silver for the 27th Annual Telly Awards 2006, Los Angeles Music Week Certificate of Commendation 2002, the World Spiritual Leadership Award 1994, and the World Citizen Humanitarian Award 1994. In addition, February 22nd and October 25th have been proclaimed by government officials in the United States as the Supreme Master Ching Hai Day. Her dedicated aid to the world continues till this day, with millions of grateful hearts among leaders and their co-citizens alike.
Supreme Master Ching Hai is among notable pioneers in our society today who wisely and courageously express concern about climate change. In fact, for more than 20 years, she has strongly advocated preserving the environment. She initiated the Alternative Living and SOS Global Warming campaigns to promote a benevolent lifestyle without animal products. MEVEG, Go Green, Save the Planet is now a well-known motto that originated from Supreme Master Ching Hai. In our era, Supreme Master Ching Hai is truly a selflessly dedicated individual, tirelessly helping world citizens create a bright future for our beloved planet.
Excellent. That is wonderful. Quite inspiring, I must say. All right. We are very fortunate that Supreme Master Ching Hai has accepted our invitation. As you know, she has an extremely busy schedule, but she still found time to be with us on the first MEVEG Congress here from this wonderful city of Dubai. And she will be online with us through video conference. And her speech is going to be on being a vegan, the environmentally sustainable food choice. I'm sure it will be very engaging and inspiring presentation. Hello, Supreme Master Ching Hai. Can you hear me?
Hello. Hello.
Hello, Supreme Master Ching Hai. How are you?
Shukran. I'm well. Shukran. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. I greet you in the name of Allah.
Thank you so much for being with us today. Master Ching Hai, we warmly welcome you to the first ever Middle East Veg Congress here in this amazing city of Dubai. Firstly, we at the conference would like to thank you, and we have great respect for the 3 decades of work that you have put in and engaging people all over the world to promote healthy, compassionate, life-sustaining, vegan, organic diet.
Thanks, Allah. Thanks, Allah. Alhamdulillah. I hope you understand my Arabic.
I'm sure, I don't personally speak Arabic, but I've been trying to learn. I've been here for 10 years, so it's not an easy language, and we truly appreciate that at least you're making the effort of speaking it. Thank you.
Shukran, shukran.
Supreme Master, we've heard a lot at this conference already about the benefits of the organic and vegetarian lifestyles from a wide range of speakers, dignitaries, presenters, and many people are intrigued by your topic today on the sustainability of the vegan diet. Moreover, we feel that it is fitting in Cancun, Mexico. World leaders are discussing this very important topic of working together to come up with a global solution to global warming. We would love to hear your insights on what you see as the seriousness of global warming to continued life on Earth and what links there might be to diet, agriculture, and lifestyle.
Yes. Greetings, all of you from Cancun. I'm in Cancun, and so many great people are here, and they are still trying to help to change the climate change. I'm very pleased and honored to be in your presence in Dubai.
Thank you. The honor is all ours. Without further ado, we'd like to invite you to put your hands together once again for Supreme Master Ching Hai and her presentation on the topic, Being a Vegan, the environmentally sustainable food choice.
Thank you ever so much. Thank you. May Allah bless you. I'm very honored and pleased, actually, to be in your presence in Dubai. It's a beautiful city, beautiful country. I have been there. I have been in your country, yes. I love all the Middle East, actually. The warmth and joy of the Arab people is so inviting, as I have found it everywhere. In your hospitality, your giving of charity, and your great religious faith. Well, I want to congratulate you, Middle East Veg Group, for your effort, for your exciting, historic first Congress. And a big congratulations, especially to all of you, veg heroes of the world and the Middle East. Allah, sure, will have mercy upon you for giving mercy to other beings. This was the hadith, the wisdom of the compassionate Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Through this excellent event and your talented and caring contributions, you have confirmed the many benefits of plant-based living, both for ourselves and our animal co-inhabitants. And now we can go perhaps even one step further in considering the vegan lifestyle as necessary to actually save humanity and the planet. Some of you may be aware already, but just so that we all have the same understanding, I would like to emphasize again that our situation is already very grave. Human survival is at stake due to climate change and environmental damages. To grasp this urgency, we can pick any region of the globe, like, for instance, the Middle East, to see how the climate change has affected our people, our world, our animal people, and our environment. Now, if you allow me, we shall go through some of the important events concerning your beautiful regions. Number one, climate change and environmental issue in the United Arab Emirates. The Arab region is one of the world's most vulnerable to climate change. I'm very sorry to know this, and I'm sorry to have to tell you. It's not a very not a very pleasant thing to inform your friends that their house is in danger, that their life is in danger. It could break your heart. Now, scientists have already reported on sea level rise in Egypt, desertification and climate refugees in Syria, dust storms in Iraq, floods in Yemen, etc., etc. Pardon me. I'm just too emotional when lives are concerned. You are all my friends, even though we haven't met each other. I have so much love for this world and for the people of this world, because I've met many of you, and you are so nice, so nice, so nice. And you don't deserve to suffer at all. None of us deserve any of this suffering, either from disease or from climate change. Now, since we are in the United Arab Emirates, we will focus on the major environmental issues your country is facing. Number two, water shortage. Climate change has brought hotter temperatures and reduced an erratic rainfall to the Middle East, including in the United Arab Emirates. Making the situation worse now is the fact that current consumption rates of water are unsustainable. Even with several desalination plants in place, suppose there was an emergency and more water could not be produced, then your country, the United Arab Emirates, only has about 4 days of fresh water supply for her people, or even less than that. Abu Dhabi's groundwater supplies have been reduced by almost 1/5 just since 2003. I think you know that. Do you?
Yes, sorry, Supreme Master. They are now getting new information, because we live in an illusion that, you know, the water is going to be there. But thank you for sharing these statistics with us.
Okay, then I will continue to share more with you. You will be more surprised. I'm sorry, I wish I could bring you more pleasant news, but friends have to tell each other the truth, right? If you allow me. I will continue to share more with you. You will be more surprised. I'm sorry, I wish I could bring you more pleasant news, but friends have to tell each other the truth, right? If you allow me. Now, we go to section number 3, which is groundwater depletion. We could have other kinds of water, but if groundwater is depleted, then we are in deep trouble. I'm sure you understand this. Because of prolonged drought coupled with higher use is quickly depleting groundwater throughout the Emirates, especially in Abu Dhabi. where this source is relied upon for 71% of the total supply. Now, especially for agriculture. However, water consumption is noted to be 24 times higher than the land's ability to recharge and replenish the water the natural way. And unusable salt water is now found at shallow depths even. They are shrinking. All kinds of water, not just sweet water, even salty water is shrinking. Instead of reaching water at a depth of 6 meters, as they did in the past in order to dig the well, now the well diggers currently have to go as deep as 100 meters below the ground before finding it, or in some cases not even able to find any water at all after 100 meters deep digging. Number 4 concerns food insecurity. Agriculture is already difficult due to the shrinking water supply. Now we have extreme heat and increasingly salty soil. And with salty soil, we cannot cultivate. I'm sure you know that. Number 5, desalination of water, unsustainable, very unsustainable. Okay. Meanwhile, Dubai's water is primarily human-made. I'm sure you all know that. Through desalination, the United Arab Emirates is the second largest user of desalinated water in the whole world. But desalination plants use a lot of energy and emit a lot of carbon dioxide on top of that. There are also other side effects I'm going to tell you. They spew enormous quantities of hot brine and chemicals into the sea. This pollution accelerates the warming of the water while increasing its salinity. In fact, the Gulf's salt concentration level increased by 40% in 30 years, creating an imbalance that threatens local flora and fauna. The general salt increase has another adverse effect, which is to make the desalination plants work harder and harder and use more and more energy to purify the water. So it is an unfortunate cycle, as you can see. Being dependent on desalination also creates a water security risk, because it only takes one oil spill, one toxic algae bloom, or one big cyclone to halt the process immediately. That means we will have no water, and God knows for how long. Now we go to section number 6, which is marine pollution. The Persian Gulf is a contained environment where pollutants can accumulate, some of which take many years to disperse. These include more than 1 million barrels of oil spilled each year from oil leaks and accidents. And we're drinking all that in. include sewage discharge from other use, the households, include harmful chemicals, including pesticides and phosphorus, heavy metals such as mercury, copper, nickel, arsenic, lead, and many others. You see how we have to take all this, even though we are not aware. Now, number 7, which is overfishing. Commercially fished species in the United Arab Emirates have declined an alarming 80% in 30 years. That means we have 80% less fish in your sea in the last 30 years. Only within 30 years, we depleted the fish population by 80%. My goodness. Any of you know this?
I think we weren't really aware of this particular issue at hand because, as I shared with you, we live in a kind of an illusion that just because we just get ample amount of seafood, or when we go swimming, the water does not seem polluted, so we just believe everything is fine.
Yes. You see, the problem is much of these chemicals or pollutants that run into our water are not colorful, not especially significant, so that we can even know what it is or we can even see what it is. And even the chemicals or the pollutant or the poison, even mercury, for example, that goes into the fish that people consume, they're colorless, tasteless. So people don't even know what they're eating until they've fallen ill or die. Now, these include many more that are unique to the region, many more species of marine life, fish that we don't have anywhere else in the world, except in your region we have this, such as hammer, kingfish, sea bream, and emperor fish. In addition, you see they are kind of diminishing or maybe extinct already. These fish we cannot find anywhere else except in your sea. Now they are going to be gone. In addition, the sheer excess of fishing vessels and fishing gear also lead to huge bycatch and damage to even more species. This is part of the global decline of marine life due to overfishing. It's everywhere, not just in your country. Everywhere, marine life is declining, extinct, or going to be soon, sooner than we can imagine. Oh, even if you love fish, I'm not sure how much longer you're going to have fish on your table. So please be prepared to have vegan food. That should be a very wise choice.
Well said, Supreme Master.
I'm sorry, I have more news for you. We go to issue number 8, which is coral reef and other marine habitat destruction. Now, 1/3 of the fish in the Persian Gulf are supported by its coral reefs. However, the Persian Gulf coral reefs are now among the most endangered in the world. About 35% might have been already lost due to bleaching, pollution from desalination plants. And it will not stop if we continue to have desalination plants. It will just increase the damage. But without desalination plants, we have no water in your country. So you see the trouble. Effects from past wars in the region also add onto this problem. And also ongoing mega construction projects, though they look beautiful, though they are an attraction to the locals as well as the tourists, they do cause a lot of damage to the environment. Now, for example, the building of large artificial islands in Dubai, which is really a masterpiece of architecture. I also am very impressed by it. But, you know, it has hugely damaged the Gulf's coral reefs, mangrove trees, and seagrass ecosystems. Please forgive me for stating the true facts because you need to know now. Number 9, we go to air pollution. Many of us now live in the cities and we cannot avoid the pollution like the ozone smoke, which takes away our health and sometimes even our precious lives. 1 in 5 Emirati children have asthma, and hundreds in the country lose their lives to pollution-related problems every year. Number 10, we go to discuss the topic which is in your heart today and which is the major theme of your Congress. That is animal people meat consumption, the subject that not many people want to talk about, even at the United Nations Summit. I tell you what, yesterday I was at the meeting and the president of Mexico was advocating for lessening methane, and he said methane is caused by livestock raising. Yes, he knows all that, and he advocates for reducing it, even through the animal industry section. So he's well aware, and he's not covering up anything like that. But he had a long speech. I don't want to repeat his speech here. If you want, you can log on to UN website and find out what he said, okay? I'm just saying just one little thing that I have observed. One of the participants, she was from China, I think. She looked Chinese to me, and she spoke with a Chinese accent. In English, huh? She was mentioning about all the damage that the animal people, meat industry is causing to our world, the environment, the health of the people, the health of the children, and every other thing, etc. And even causing disasters in our world. And she was just mentioning it, I mean, really to the point, honest, and not trying to show off. She was just really very emotional and passionate about the animal people meat issue that she wanted to remind all the participants, and particularly the president of Mexico, to see how they would deal with this, how they would stop it, or how they would kind of decide about the meat industry. Then I heard that she was told not to talk anymore. Look, and the president also did not answer. Perhaps he was short of time, he had to leave. But you know what I mean?
We can understand.
We have to be honest and truthful about the main topic. We cannot run around in circles and avoid the animal people. Meat industry question like we avoid a sore thumb or avoid a boil on our body and don't touch it, don't touch it. We have to touch it in order to heal it. Especially we know that it is very dangerous boil, which could affect our life, which could be fatal to our life and even infect others. And even in this situation, infect the whole planet, could kill the whole world, then we have to touch that boy and let the doctor heal it. Or we heal it ourselves if we know how. And we do know how. We have technique, we have power. Each one of us can do this just by being vegan. We have to be honest and truthful about the main topic. We cannot run around in circles and avoid the animal. People, meat industry question like we avoid a sore thumb or avoid a boil on our body and don't touch it, don't touch it. We have to touch it in order to heal it. Especially we know that it's a very dangerous boil which could affect our life, which could be fatal to our life and even infect others. And even in this situation, infect the whole planet, could kill the whole world. Then we have to touch that boy and let the doctor heal it. Or we heal it ourselves if we know how. And we do know how. We have technique, we have power. Each one of us can do this just by being vegan. Nobody wants to touch this subject. I don't know why. Maybe you could advise me later on. Why? Because I really do not understand. I don't mean to intrigue you or to pretend innocence. I really do not understand. When the problem is as clear as the nose in front of me here, I do not understand why people don't discuss and immediately get the solution going to save our lives on the planet, because we don't even have time anymore to discuss much further, too long, or to be polite to each other until it's too late. Okay, sorry, I get carried away. Forgive me. I'm just too passionate about this subject because it's in my heart. It concerns all of us. Yesterday, I was watching the president's speech and question and answer there, just as I was just mentioning to you. And one of the, I think, journalists or something with a big camera came and said, "Oh, can I take your picture?" I said, "Why? I'm just listening to this." And she said, "Because you're so passionate and look like you are like very interested. It seems like a one-man campaign or something." I said, yeah, I'm very passionate about this because it's my planet.
That's a wonderful idea. It starts with one man, doesn't it? And then it carries on to the other, and that's how your passion can go on to other people as well. And it's our own common world that we live in.
Yes, because I sat there just alone, watching the TV outside the corridor. Okay. And I was so fixed on the TV. That's why she was attracted, and she came and watched me for half an hour or something before she asked me. I said, "Oh, go ahead, take what picture you want. I'm all yours." And then she left after a while. Okay, we go back to your country. Forgive me, my God. Oh, forgive me. The United Arab Emirates is one of the main countries in the Middle East that imports live sheep from other countries. Millions of these animal people arrive on ships with tens of thousands that have died each time from extreme crowding and other conditions along the way. Poor sheep. They have done nothing wrong to us, ever. We have a saying in English that as sweet as a lamb. I don't know about your country, if they have such a saying or not. How can we kill such sweet living animals? People tear their limbs apart and consume it. Allah would not be very pleased with this, I imagine. And the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, when he was alive, tried to save a little lamb at one time. I'm sure he saved many other animals, people, whenever the opportunity arrived, but not all are recorded in the Hadith or in the Quran. Enormous quantities of meat are also imported, especially from Brazil, India, Australia, also Sudan, Kazakhstan, etc., etc. All of these exporting countries mentioned above have environmental and even economic struggles due to livestock overgrazing, meaning that the meat habit worsens drought and desertification in many other countries as well. So the piece of meat that we put in our mouths is responsible for many disasters around the world. I'm so sorry that you are not well informed.
We can see now how it's connected. I mean, we couldn't see the connection even when we heard your topic,
All right. Maybe it will come back later with Allah blessing. Yeah? Yes. Inshallah, inshallah, it will come back. Okay. Plus, on top of all this, the raising of livestock animals, people such as sheep, goats, and cattle, generates huge amounts of methane and other greenhouse gases, which in turn cause and accelerate global warming. I'm sure you can see the logic. In fact, livestock raising for meat production is known to be a significant factor in global warming, with scientists now saying that the livestock sector is the number one cause of global warming. I'm sorry again if you're not well informed.
Were you informed, delegates, about this? That it's a major cause of global warming? Excellent. Thank you.
Maybe some of them know.
Yes.
Maybe some, but not all people. How many people? You were not?
I was not.
I'm sorry.
I thought maybe petrol emission and all those gases or whatever, that might be the major cause than actually livestock farming.
Livestock farming is the major cause. It's more than all the transportation combined, more than all the ships, the airplanes, the cars, the railway, whatever transportation, you name it, is nothing compared to livestock raising in pollution rate. Okay, now you know it. You can log on to all kinds of scientific facts or the UN's Livestock Long Shadow report to see all this. I'm not making it up. It's the fact, 100% accurate. I mean, even conservatively, the pollution is more than stated, more. And it's getting more and more each day. So the people of the United Arab Emirates could accomplish the most effective green change by removing all animal people products. I know I'm asking for the moon, but you have the power to do it. You have to, you must. We all must. All countries must do this. Otherwise, we will suffer too much, very soon. I'm not a psychic. I'm not predicting the future from clairvoyance or from the crystal ball in front of me. No, I don't need that. The scientific finding, research facts is enough to scare all of us. Even suppose I were a meat lover, even if I would immediately drop that meat like a hot potato and run away from it.
That's true. That's well said, Supreme Master.
This could help revive barren lands in many other countries, as well as yours. In addition to stopping climate change globally, we could have a lush planet again, because we will have no more deforestation. Instead, we will reforest. And who knows, we can even reforest the United Arab Emirates. I'm sure we will have time to do that after we save the planet by stopping all kinds of poisonous gases from the livestock industry. And it is crucial to stop eating fish as well for the seas to survive, as I have mentioned before, the reason why. The United Arab Emirates has had the good fortune to prosper and is blessed with peace, abundant sun, precious, the sun is precious, and talented people. The discovery of abundant oil reserves has allowed your residents to enjoy a high standard of living in a short time. It was your wise and visionary leader, the nation's founder, the late Sheikh Said bin Sultan Al Nahyan. He was the one who reminded us that the ancestors survived in this environment on land and sea because they knew they had to conserve it. They had to take care of it in order to continue the survival rate. And he also said we should take only what we need and no more to conserve the environment. Your government indeed has been looking ahead to the future since a long time, not just recently, not just now, by planting so many trees and green areas to block desertification. Well, we could do more, of course, when we have more time. Building solar energy, promoting organic farming, and developing clean alternative technologies such as through the world famous Mazda City project. I'm sure you know?
Guys, you know?
Yes?
Yes, the audience is aware of it.
Yes, that's a miracle that your government is creating. I applaud them, yes. And I'm sure many other countries are looking to the United Arab Emirates as a pioneer and a role model and a shining example in this environmental protection endeavor.
Excellent. That is a very good initiative.
Yes, ma'am, it is. It is an excellent initiative. Your government is very wise. Now you have to support your government to go one more step further, that is to support the vegan alternative to save the United Arab Emirates as well as the world. The United Arab Emirates has been for many years a provider of abundant energy for the world. At the same time, the government of the United Arab Emirates is generous in charitable giving. All the time. If you don't know about it, we have a list of recent charitable deeds from the United Arab Emirates. On the Supreme Master Television, you can log on to www.suprememastertv.com. Every month, we list all the charitable countries and people in the whole world. And you can always look backward to the older broadcasts to find anything you want ever since our television exists. And today, the country would be able to make a historic philanthropic contribution to save the world if we go one step further. That is to support the organic vegan solution, because that's the only one we have right now in this urgent situation. And all the other technologies we can slowly develop when we have time. The thing is, green technology takes time to develop and takes time to implement all over the world. Also, we cannot be too sure because these are new technologies, have not ever been tested. So at least we are safe if we go on the vegan lifestyle to save huge, dangerous amounts of methane gases and other gases which speed up our global warming danger. So, as your country has already thought of her future beyond fossil fuels, which are non-sustainable and polluting anyway, there's a more beneficial way, as you know, is to provide for humanity through sustainable, peaceful means. Meaning, obtaining our energy from limitless sources like wind power, solar power, and plant-based food. I think this is more befitting the United Arab Emirates royal race of people. The people with talents, the people with technological intelligence, and God's blessing. I think it's more befitting that we change to a compassionate, God's creature-loving lifestyle, such as the vegan diet. And I tell you a secret before I forget. This is a little part of my spiritual diary. You know, when I meditate, visions or wisdom or information come through to me, myself. Sometimes I share it with my association members. Sometimes I share it with the world. This secret I have not told. I tell you today, okay? Suppose you promote organic plant-based food, no? Whoever, the government, whoever decided to approve this plant-based diet solution, just approve it only. He will earn, my God, thousands of zillions of spiritual merit points. And we need a lot of points to go back to heaven. Whoever approved this even, just one time, enough for him to fly to heaven already after he leaves this world. He doesn't even need any more pilgrimage, doesn't even need to do anything else even. Whoever approved of that, and whoever makes sure that it carries out, will obtain the same spiritual merit points that heaven will bestow upon. For example, just like financial merit in this world, if we have spiritual merit points in our bank account, it keeps multiplying and multiplying. This is the thing. And the more we have, the more interest rate we earn. This is a very good thing. I was smiling alone by myself in the tent when I knew this. And I was asking heaven recently if I could tell people of the world. And I have the permission. Not everything I am allowed to tell, but when I asked for permission and I can tell, I was so happy. I was so happy. You know, when you're happy and you have some good news, you want to spread it all over, right? All of us, right? So, yes. So promoting organic plant-based food is, of course, the most urgent. Because we need to stop global warming in order to save ourselves. In the near term, by reducing the methane and other also toxic gases to poison us even, not just only global warming, but it will poison our atmosphere. Maybe if it's too much, we cannot bear, because these poisonous gases will speed up global warming, nitrous dioxide, which is about 300 times more potent to warm the climate than the carbon dioxide that we talk about from the cars and from the airplanes and so on. And methane is 72 times more dangerous, more potent in warming the climate than carbon dioxide. So even if we have more carbon dioxide than methane, it's not equivalent in the degree of danger. Therefore, I said, we still can have the cars, we still can use the fossil fuel for a while until we develop enough green technology to replace it. We still can fly an airplane, we still can use the car, the train, the buses, whatever transportation you choose. Of course, the less the better, But carbon dioxide is not as dangerous as methane or nitrous dioxide, for example. And there are more gases, more dangerous and poisonous gases coming from livestock because they emit these through their waste. They put lagoons after lagoons of animals, people's waste out there in the open. These gases, they are short-lived compared to carbon dioxide. So if we stop these short-lived gases, our planet cools faster than stopping carbon dioxide, because carbon dioxide will stay in the atmosphere for 1,000 years, something like that. But methane and other gases, methane is short-lived, maybe 12 years only. So if we stop the methane in a short decade or few, maybe even shorter, we have the planet cooling and not warming more. So all governments must stop all animal people raising and animal people products first of all. They will not only cut the greenhouse gases drastically and at a very low cost, but they will also save a lot of the water used globally for growing the fodder for animal people the way it is. But also in the long term, you see, with all this food, we can feed the world double times over. Also, in the long term, organic vegan agriculture will sustain your country and the world. The United Arab Emirates government is currently working to increase the country's food security, to be less dependent and more self-sufficient, which is laudable. So they have been buying farmland in other countries to grow food supplies. Good idea. But more importantly, they are investing in technology to grow fruits and vegetables in a better way. Thank you so much. The government of the United Arab Emirates for such intelligent approach.
No. Thank you so much, Supreme Master Ching Hai. Yes. Thank you for your profound insights and words of wisdom and sharing your research with us as well. Some of the delegates were already aware of it and some were new information to us, but thank you for making it clear. And I personally wanted to thank you for letting us know what's the direct stairway to heaven. All those million, billion points that we can go straight to heaven if we start doing all this goodness and sharing that secret with us. I wanted to thank you especially for that.
Okay, yes. Your government is going to heaven for sure. For example, recently, the United Arab Emirates government opened a state-of-the-art farm even that uses hydroponics, meaning no soil is needed while saving up to 70% of irrigation water. Your government is really trying hard to be up to date in the climate change fighting. And they succeeded in growing all kinds of vegetables. Isn't that good news? Yes. The main crops of the country are dates, fruits and vegetables of all kinds, and this is wonderful, because this is everything we need to have a complete, healthy nutrition. And the number of organic farms is growing all the time. Your country has 13 organic farms as of March 2010, and we'll have 23 more by June 2011 for a total of 40 registered clean, eco-friendly farms. Yes, go ahead. Go ahead, clap in them, clap in the government. Yes. I also applaud them. At the same time, I hope the government encourages the farmers to forego the cattle and poultry raising to be vegan, organic vegan. Because for one, it is still much more costly in terms of food, energy, and water uses to raise animals, whereas it costs less and less to have organic farming, especially the hydroponics that your government is progressing to promote. And number two, we need every help right now in this emergency situation, urgent time to save our planet. The Abu Dhabi government, for example, is doing a good job to support the farmers, to encourage them to choose the most profitable as well as ecological, chemical minimizing, water-saving crops. This kind of government is also my government. I hope our government will guide the agriculture sector to the organic vegan path and also use their knowledge and talents to share these good techniques with other countries, because the world is interdependent and can cooperate together for a sustainable future. Again, and finally, we must change our lifestyle, whether we like it or not. We should like it because we save lives. We should be as noble and compassionate as that. Otherwise, soon we will not even be able to enjoy this lifestyle or any other kind of lifestyle at all. We should live more simply, sustaining ourselves on the best diet and the ecology diet, that is organic vegan. And we should also live more contented, not only with money or material possessions, but with spiritual inner strength as well. Thank you for your open-mindedness in seeking new information and for your courage to change your life and to speak up for these new noble lifestyles. Thank you. Thank you for paving the way by helping others as well to be vegan, to be greener, healthier, happier, and more loving. Okay? Thank you very much. And you can, of course, ask me any questions you want now. Allah is great. May Allah bless us all.
Thank you so much for your profound thoughts. Supreme Master Ching Hai, there are certain questions as I shared with you earlier. So
welcome.
The first question will be asked by Harvey Ellis. Harvey Ellis is a senior executive in the IT field, the speaker coordinator for our MEVEG Congress, and a supporter of vegetarian and organic living. So Harvey, you can ask your question now.
Thank you, Supreme Master.
Thank you and welcome.
To know, in terms of the future of the Middle East, in terms of the environmental impacts in the region, at least the future of the Middle East, how does it compare to the rest of the world in terms of the environmental impact that you see?
As I said to you, the United Arab Emirates is one of the most vulnerable regions to climate change. I just hope it will improve through our more compassionate, Allah-pleasing lifestyle. Okay. I thank you for your concern, and it's very nice to see you, first of all. I cannot really compare so detailedly, but I can only tell you that there will be dangerous impacts if people don't change, if we don't change as a whole humanity. Not only the United Arab Emirates, but the whole world has to change to the more sustainable diet, not to talk about compassionate diet. As the scientists have told us, and as you mentioned, we are already seeing the impacts worldwide. Even as we speak, the whole Middle East region is suffering suffering from unusual extreme hot weather and drought, even a worst ever forest fire in Israel. For example, heat waves, dust storms, and flash floods have been occurring with increased intensity and damage. I'm sure you are already aware that the Middle East contains 13 of the 19 driest countries on the globe. Now, you see, the water available per person in the past 50 years has become 52% less. Meaning in the past 50 years ago, for example, if they have 100 liters per day, now they have only 48 liters per person. 48, yeah, that is 52% less. Now, it's getting worse and worse. In just 5 years ahead, one Arab person will have to survive on less than 1/10 the amount of water available to an average person in the world in comparison. Mr. Ellis, see? Leaders across the region are worried about how they will provide adequate water. I think you all know this. You know, the water is less and less now. Christians, Muslims, and Jews in the Holy Land are praying for rain. And the Jordanian government is even pleading to the people to hold prayers for rain after 5 years of unusually dry conditions. The desert is spreading relentlessly in northern Africa. Massive sandstorms in Iraq have become much more frequent, more severe. Ancient irrigation systems in Syria have collapsed. There are Egyptian farmers so desperate for water, they dangerously use untreated sewage liquid to try to irrigate their crops. And in the Persian Gulf, groundwater sources don't have time to replenish and are being infiltrated by salty water from the rising sea. Rising seas, not just one. No. The Arab world's legendary Jordan River, the Dead Sea, and the Nile River are shrinking so fast, shrinking. One visitor to the Dead Sea noted that it now requires half an hour to walk to the beach to reach the water shoreline, which was just a few steps from what used to be the seaside hotels before. The hotels there used to have water at their feet, at their gate. And now you have to walk half an hour in order to reach the water shoreline. My goodness. Food production is also going down, drastically in some locations. The fertile crescents that fed all the farmed civilizations in Iraq till now is a permanent cracked desert already. 500,000 climate refugees are on the move in Syria. These are people like a farmer named Ahmed Abdullah. You know, real example, real people. He used to provide for his wife and 12 children from his farm of 400-acre field of golden wheat. And now he lives with them in a tent. Imagine. As he has no job, no money, and no support from anyone at all. He not only has no money, but he lost his dignity as the breadwinner of the house, as the provider for the family. Imagine how he feels. Imagine how we feel if we were Ahmed Abdullah. the poor farmer who lost everything because of climate change. Overnight, who knows? We could be the Ahmed's family neighbor if the whole world's population does not change in time to save us. So, first we must stop the urgent climate change by adapting the vegan lifestyle and fast before the despair and tragedy get even more out of control. Second, we can also do a lot to help to ease the food and water shortages in the Arab world. For example, we can choose the best farming or irrigation methods that are water-saving. This could maximize efficient use of the precious resource. Since 85% of all the fresh water in the Arab region is currently used for agriculture, mainly for livestock raising. It could even free up all this water for more sustainable uses instead if we stop the livestock raising. So halting livestock raising, which goes hand in hand with the vegan lifestyle, would also hugely lessen the desert conditions. So countries like Syria and Iraq could once again be prosperous and proud exporters of grain. I pray we won't wait till it's too late to change. Thank you, Mr. Ellis.
Thank you, Supreme Master, for your answer as well. We have one more question from Tony. Let me introduce Tony to you.
Welcome.
Tony Satinder Pal Singh is a senior executive at a top oil and gas firm. He is also the food coordinator for the MEVEG Congress. He coordinated all the lovely lunches and breaks for us as well. Tony,
wow.
Can you ask a question now?
Thank you.
Thank you, Tony.
Honorable Supreme Master, buenos dias.
How are you?
Very well, Supreme Master. Thank you very much for a most insightful talk. It's indeed a lot of lessons, a lot of facts that we take back with us. Would like you to share your insights, your views on how a move to a vegetarian diet could actually help sow the seeds for long-term peace in the Middle Eastern region. Thank you.
Yes, we all want that. We all want that. Yes. Thank you, Mr. Singh. Or you prefer me to call you Tony?
Either way is fine, Honorable Master.
All right. For respect, I call you Mr. Singh. But for love, I call you Tony.
Tony is good. Tony is good. No, out of love, please call me Tony.
Oh, for love, I call you Tony. Yes. Thank you for all the food that you provide there for these beautiful people. Yes. Peace starts on our table, Tony. We all know that. And it's simple. Why? Why does the vegan diet help in sowing seeds of peace in the Middle East, you ask? Yes, it's simple. It's just the law of like attracts like. If we save lives, we will have life. Yes. The way a vegan diet can help is because it is the most peaceful action on earth that we can choose. By becoming vegan, the people in the Middle East are putting the power of their actions into their prayer for peace. And God will do the rest. But I have told the UN delegate who came to our gala dinner last night that peace doesn't come just by praying. Everything has a price. Just like in our world, we have negotiation, yes, for anything we want. Peace also even needs negotiations, as you know that. Physically speaking, for example, the peace in Israel, in order to restart the peace process, Israel has been promised many airplanes, yes. I guess it's protective airplanes, as well as billions of dollars, according to the press. I wasn't there. I cannot tell you. That is from my knowledge. Okay. Now, similarly, we have to negotiate it spiritually. We have to earn peace because we have damaged peace. We have damaged the atmosphere of peace by creating, participating, or inciting wars over these decades. The price of peace, Tony, is very high. I myself gave everything that I have, spiritual points, but I'm still a couple of zillions short. After all these conferences, I have to shut myself in again in a tent and continue to earn more merit in order to give more. And you, all of you out there, please help me by being vegan, by being virtuous, by being benevolent, so that the atmosphere will be more suitable for peace. Apart from the spiritual merit that we have to earn in order to give. Just like money, we have to earn in order to give or to spend. I spend very little concerning money that I earn, as well as spiritual points that I earn. In case I give everything, I tell you honestly, I will not be able to go to heaven. If you go to heaven before me and see me still running around here, the last minute, help me, please. I mean it. Okay, now, you will ask me why we have to give spiritual points, for example, to have peace in Israel and Palestine. You will ask me, right?
Yes.
Yes, okay. I will tell you why, sir. Just like a poor person, he needs money. And in order for him to stand on his feet again, the government gives him some support, or the neighbors give him some money until he gains back his strength to work for his financial stability. Either he will repay you or not repay you. It doesn't matter. So people who are into war, excuse me, forgive me, everybody, they're in depleted status, situation of spiritual points, spiritual merit. Either because they have to take care of their country and decide to go into war for some reason and losing their store of spiritual points. Or either they are in the critical time of shortage of spiritual points, just like we are in the critical time of shortage of water, or sometimes we're short of money. Okay, so the one who has more must give, so that he can change the pattern of his karmic structure. Yes. The karmic structure, the karmic pattern, meaning that whatever you have done in other lifetimes before you came here, or in this lifetime, will determine your actions, and it will continue further in the same route. If they fall into a certain karmic pattern, then they just stuck there, cannot get out. You see? So they need spiritual fuel, power, in order to get out of that situation of the structure of the karmic fixed pattern that they are trapped into. You see what I mean? Just like we give money to some people in time of need. The people who are into war are to be pitied, to be prayed for, not to be condemned and criticized. We have to help them. We have to pray for them, not just by word of mouth, but by our spiritual strength and our spiritual merit. We must share with the whole world. And in order to share, we must have first.
Understood. Thank you.
Yes, the peace size of Afghanistan and Israel cost zillions of spiritual points to ease. And I call upon all humanity to wake up. Please wake up. Please live the way you are intended to live. You are the children of God. You are the future, the children of the Buddha. We must live befittingly as the royal members. Please be veg. That will earn you enough merit to help the whole world and to restore peace on the planet. If you are virtuous, everything will become virtuous. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Supreme Master.
Thank you, Supreme Master. We really appreciate that you've given us so much time from your busy schedule. So Sandhya has one question.
Honorable Supreme Master Qinghai.
Hello, love.
Thank you so much for joining us at the first Middle East Veg Congress today.
Yeah, I'm privileged. The first ever, and I am here with you.
And you are at the Conference of Parties right across the world in Cancun, Mexico. And it's a great honor for us that you can offer a message to all these delegates here right across the ocean. You earlier asked that why people don't discuss meat as an issue. And if there is anybody who can answer. So I'd like to add a point there that I think change is difficult. Change for anybody, when they look at changing themselves, people go around changing the world very easily, so as to say. But changing oneself, I think, is very difficult. So maybe that's why.
You're right, you're right. But the thing is, if your house is on fire, you don't sit there and argue, you jump out, no?
Absolutely.
The thing is, people do not realize the danger, but if they did, they would change, yes. That's why we have to implement the information like the way she's making the Congress today. She's trying to give people information.
Sure.
This is a great thing that she's doing.
Sure.
Yes.
At this Congress, we would like to also probably, since there's so much positive energy right now, here, with your permission and blessings, can we do in our own small way a minute of silence, connecting all of us right here? That will be just so wonderful.
Okay.
Yeah.
We do that?
Yeah, please. All of us, just close our eyes.
And thanks for all the blessing that we have up to now.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. I was going to do it at the end, and you so fast. Thank you for it.
You are just so to the point in raising each one of the points for us here about the dangers of water, especially in the Middle East. Very, very pertinent point. And if there is one urgent action which should be carried out immediately to protect all our lives on this planet, what would that one action be? That's the only question I have.
Thank you for the honor to be with you and for your noble question. Yes, it's just one action, vegan. Only one. You're right. Just one action.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Supreme Master Qinghai, we have a lovely young person with us who would like to ask a question. Lina Abbas is a vegan and an owner of an organic beauty salon in Dubai. And she has the last question. Thank you for being with us today, Lina.
Hello, Supreme Master Qinghai. It's a great honor for me to be able to ask you a question. Could you give us some insights into the existence of animals on our planet? Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, taught us to be kind to animals. What roles and significance do animals have in our spiritual, mental, and physical well-being? Thank you.
Good question. Good question. Yesterday, Among the distinguished delegates of the COP16 in Cancun, I have reviewed a little bit of my spiritual diary, just like I reviewed a little bit today for you. I have told them that animal people are here to bless us. Each animal person will give you many spiritual points to add up to your spiritual power. If you refer to that talk again yesterday, maybe it will be coming out soon, because yesterday was live, but probably they will broadcast it very soon again with multi-language subtitles. You please refer to that. But I will be brief. Like, for example, if you earn every day like 100 spiritual merit points, then the dolphin or the whale people will give you 40 points more, or 50 points more even. Or the dog people in your house will give you 8 points more on top of whatever you earn. And the more you earn, the more it multiplies. And the bird people in your life will give you also spiritual points. That little bird person there, the budgies even, give you 4 points. Yes, even the flies give you spiritual points. Everything in this world you see or not see is helping us, blessing us all day long. And the animal people are always blessing us unconditionally, okay? They give and give and give and give. Despite however we treat them, they give us blessing all the time. In fact, without the animal people balancing blessing power properly, we would have died earlier, all of us, or the planet would have been destroyed. Okay? That's how powerful the animal people's presence on this planet is. Okay? Thank you, love.
Thank you, Supreme Master.
Thank you, Supreme Master. This has been really an enlightening experience for all of us. So thank you for answering all the questions with your patience and with your wisdom. It's really a beautiful thought how we can make actually a heaven or a paradise right here on earth where all human beings live in such harmony and love. Love and compassion are not just to us, amongst us human beings, but also amongst animals and other creatures, as you said, that they give us their blessings as well. I would request just a few minutes more of your time, because
no problem.
I'd like to share a very interesting thing here, ladies and gentlemen. We are honored to announce the Arabic edition release of the international best-selling book, The Birds in My Life, or as it's said in Arabic, At-Tayur fi Hayati, and that is what we are going to launch right here today. In these beautiful presented pages of this book, Supreme Master invites us to experience how she sees the beautiful birds in this world, giving us an account of the inner lives and the important messages these creatures have for us. We take them for granted. We see them flying all around us. We never think from a certain point of view as to how to give them the proper respect, the love that there is. So The Birds in My Life is a journey told through pictures, photographs, deep personal experiences. And I'm sure that you will be transformed into another world altogether where these compassionate, cohabitant, intelligent beings, they all are living in harmony, and the awareness can go much beyond our imagination. So what inspired you to write this book, Supreme Master?
Thank you, Angel. Angel of Allah. What inspires me is my bird people. They just give me so much information that even these books are just one little part of whatever we intercommunicated. Yeah, only a sample. And we have talked with each other that we should do something for the bird people. And the bird people are connected with other animals people as well. And hoping that through this book, people will be more connected with the bird people, and then more connected with all other animal people. And to respect, love, and protect them the way you have just mentioned. That should be our world. The world where all live in peace and have no fear from each other.
Excellent. That really is beautiful. So now that we have Supreme Master right here with us as if she was in the room, perhaps we can symbolically cut the ribbon to launch the Arabic edition of this book, Birds in My Life. Can I request that
Yes,
we
please.
can do it? Would you join us in this wonderful
Yes.
launching ceremony?
I do that, and I thank you immensely. Thank you so much. You're so kind. You're so kind.
And you can see
Okay.
over here.
We cut it?
We drop it and
You
you
say
cut
1, 2,
it.
3?
Thank you so much.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Thank you so much. Thank you. All of you. I'm so pleased, so pleased. Thank you. So happy. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We'd really like to thank you, Supreme Master Ching Hai. It's been wonderful that you shared your knowledge with us and your insights and showing us the way that how a vegan lifestyle could actually transform the world into a more peaceful place. And we wish you good health and hope for success in every aspect and in the life-affirming and love-spreading vegan diet that you follow, which follows through to other things. But before we say goodbye to you, I have some piece of news because we've just
Yes.
launched the book as of a few minutes ago, but it was put on the stands. So all the books which were here in UAE are on reserve list. So I'm going to request you to send another shipment. Already the book is quite a success here, even just a few minutes.
Already gone? Thank you so much to your...
Nearly all the books.
I don't know how to say to thank you. My God. God bless.
So kindly send us the shipment and we'd love to welcome you one day in Dubai as well so that you can be actually here with us. It would be an honor, Supreme Master. Thank you
Yes,
so much.
I would love that. I would love that. Allah willing, God willing. Thank you so much. My God, my people will be in touch with you to send the books, extra books that you requested. Oh, your people love birds, huh?
Yes, they do.
Yes. Please convey my thanks to His Royal Highness, the Crown Prince, all the staff in his company, and all the people involved. May Allah bless him, His Royal Highness.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I also bid you farewell now, and I will pray for your well-being, and I know you will make a right decision, okay? Thank you. Allah bless us all.
Thank you, Supreme Master. Appreciate it. So ladies and gentlemen, with such profound thoughts, we actually are going to be closing this two-day MEVEG Congress. And I think Sandhya is going to cry. She's so overwhelmed by the 2 days of the Congress and looking forward to a next year.
You know, when you start and imagine that you want to do something, it is always very possible, be it for yourself or for a community or a family. We all have certain dreams. We all are in the Middle East for many years, for our jobs, for several other reasons that we come here. But whatever we do in the place that we stay is vital. You cannot postpone things like doing good to a tomorrow when you have more time, more money, you're more relaxed. No, it doesn't happen that way. So this whole journey of 17 years personally and of each one of you who's been around, always my message at the end of this Congress is that if you have a thought and you want to make it happen, it's only here and now. So same goes for any change that we want to make in our lives. This particular Congress is also a culmination of a thought that has been there in many minds, not just one, but the way we can connect again and do things that really make a difference and solve the problems of the land here is so very important. And this whole particular Congress has been the work of a lot of people, a lot of contributions. Deep thanks to everybody and Zofi for carrying this through with that smile of hers throughout the 2 days.
Thank you.
Which is great.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Vegetarian living for better health and environment was just the theme for this time. There are many other areas of depth that we can go to in future with tools that we have launched. Please come up with your ideas. These are not any one person or two people's things. Please share your ideas online. We have Ram here who's brought the whole IT thing together for us, the website, the Facebook, and so on. So each one has just taken responsibility by themselves. And this doesn't happen when there's no team. So I really thank the team that is behind all this. Without further ado, thank you, and
thank you all so
deep
much.
Thanks to all of you, please.
Thuở trời đất vào xuân, tình yêu vỡ lòng trên giấy mới, lời thơ phơi phới bay về Vũ Sơn và lòng như cháy hồn.
All information concerning the scientific evidence of climate change and its solution is in Supreme Master Ching Hai's book, From Crisis to Peace, free for download at crisistopeace.org.
Vegan, 'cause we are not from hell.
Pemirsa yang sadar lingkungan, terima kasih atas kehadiran Anda hari ini untuk Kongres Vegetarian Timur Tengah MEVEG pertama di Kata-Kata Bijak. Silahkan bergabung dengan kami Senin depan 13 Februari untuk bagian 43 dari konferensi yang mencerahkan ini. Berikutnya adalah untuk pembebasan insan hewan, ilustrator cerdas Argentina Francisco Atencio Vegan bagian 1 dari 2. Semoga Allah memberkati dunia kita dengan kedamaian dan kebahagiaan. Eco-conscious viewers, thank you for your presence today for the first Middle East Vegetarian or MEVEG Congress on Words of Wisdom. May Allah bless our world with peace and happiness.
Be vegan, make peace, do good deeds, hell not reach.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/WOW.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule et suprememastertv.com/WOW.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule y suprememastertv.com/WOW。
我们的节目提供多种语言，请看 suprememastertv.com/schedule 和 suprememastertv.com/WOW。